Hello everybody, I'm back with another video. Finally, had so many ideas of what videos to do, but for some reason it's just been really difficult to just sit down and find the time to actually film them. So I just thought I'd do a video all based around I guess my self-discovery, self-development book journey and some of the books that have actually really helped me. Video to kind of share my experience with these books and the recommendations that I have, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and I hope it is helpful as well, and that you guys actually maybe get inspired and want to get these books for yourself as well, and it may help you along your journey towards finding who you truly are. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to get straight into it. So I have about 7 books to share with you guys today. So yeah, to be honest, when I was younger, I wasn't really much of a bookworm or someone who really loved reading. I actually dreaded it. I really hated it. So the first book I wanted to talk about, and an author that I truly respect and adore, and she is honestly the self-love queen, is Louise Hay, and she wrote You Can Heal Your Life. This book honestly changed my whole viewpoint on life and how your thought patterns are so connected to your body and connected to, I guess, your whole life in general. And I really love as well, like, she talks about lots of health issues, like the probable causes behind it and how it can be affected by, you know, if like you're having stress, or I guess how you're talking to yourself as well. And yeah, I just really loved her outlook on affirmations and doing lots of mirror work. She's been around for so long as well, like she's helped so many people with healing, and I just love this book. I read her Loving Yourself to Great Health first, and that was actually gifted to me from one of my beautiful friends, and that book, yeah, changed the whole path of my life. I truly believe that. So the second book I wanted to share with you guys was You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I'd love to know as well, like, am I saying that right? Is it badass or badass? But I really liked this book. It was about how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life, as it suggests on the cover. Really liked how she wrote this book too. It kind of just seems like you're having a normal conversation with her, and she shares a lot about her own experience too. I really loved when she shared her experience in India. It really resonated with me. I actually went to India when I was younger. I really truly believe that India kind of installed these really deep core values within me that I still have to this day. She shared in the book as well, like, what India taught her. So she said that talk to strangers, we're all family on this planet, expect and enjoy the unexpected, find the humor, join the party, live in the moment, time spent enjoying yourself is never time wasted, share your space and love yourself, and life becomes a party. Yeah, I really love this book, and I actually went on to read her second book called You're a Badass at Making Money. It's all about like money beliefs, like starting up a business, finding your purpose, and I really liked that one. It really helped me to kind of break down the beliefs I had around money and the beliefs that I kind of took on from my parents and society, and helped me to create new ones and ones that actually serve me. And yeah, that one was really good. So I think it's really good to read this one first and then go on to reading her second book about money. So yeah, I highly recommend that one as well. So the next book I wanted to share with you guys is called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And this book was incredible. this one really helped me to kind of create a morning routine, because previously I would wake up, you know, 10 minutes before I had to leave for work or wherever I had to go that day, and I'd rush, like quickly get ready, shove on some clothes, and it wasn't, like, I noticed as well, it wasn't really a good like start to the day. And you know that saying where you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? That was me every day when I rushed, and just it kind of seemed to create this ongoing spiral of events that I guess I didn't really like throughout the day, because I had such a rush morning and horrible mindset at the start of the day that it just lingered on throughout. So this book really helps me to create habits in the morning. I really love how he came up with this little acronym called the Lifesavers. So he kind of broke down what savers meant. So the S stands for silence, which is, in other words, meditation. The A stands for affirmations. The V stands for visualization. The E stands for exercise. The R stands for reading. S stands for scripting, so journaling. I really loved this one because it kind of helped me to create that morning ritual that would help start my day off right. And yeah, it's really helped me. Book to anyone who really struggles to be a morning person. It really helps to kind of fit in some time for you and incorporate that self-love and self-care into your morning rituals. And the next one I wanted to mention was a book that I read recently, and it truly like changed my whole mindset. One of my friends actually gifted me this book, and I'm truly grateful for her, because she read it and she was like, oh my gosh, you need to read this book. So this book is called Mastering Your Mean Girl by Melissa Ambrosini. And this book, she's an Australian author, and she shared her own experience, and she really talks about that inner voice, that inner critic in your head that tells you that you're not good enough or smart enough or skinny enough, whatever enough. And just saying that that's your mean girl. That's your mean girl, and she's doing, I guess, she's the voice inside of your head that is doing like its best to keep you stuck in fear town and in your comfort zone, and it's kind of too scared to go after the life you've always imagined. So yeah, I just really liked this, on how it gives you kind of like the tips on how to not let your mean girl be in the driver's seat and take control. And yeah, it was just a really inspiring and upbeat guide, and to kind of designed to propel you out of being stuck and feeling like, I guess, you're not good enough to deserve the life that you truly want and truly can have. But yeah, Melissa Ambrosini is a holistic health and life coach, and she's worked, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of her, like she's done quite a lot of stuff, and she has a few, I think one other book now that I'm currently reading too on Audible, and that one's really good as well. So yeah, this one was amazing, and it has little like little inspo action sort of bits where it has like a little activity or something to write down, to kind of, yeah, put the pen to paper, not just reading it and I guess letting it soak in through your words as well. So I really liked that book. And the next book was a book that kind of, I guess, transitioned me into more from like the self-help books to the more spirituality based books. And this one is one of my favorites, and it's called Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell. And I also have, her oracle cards called Work Your Light, which I really love. This is I should probably do this for another video, but I want to show you how beautiful they are. Like, oh my gosh, I just love them. Oh, so pretty. So I think she's one of my favorite authors at the moment, and I truly love everything she's about. Obviously she's a little bit maybe too woo-woo for some of you out there, so if you're not really into spirituality and I guess like things like past lives and looking into more so like universal laws and energies and that sort of thing, this might not be the book for you. But this one kind of just helped me because I find that I found it at the right time, and it's kind of like, a guide of answering your soul's callings and working your light. So I really like how it talks a lot about following what lights you up. So this one really helped me to kind of understand everything a bit more, and I really loved it. It was very easy read as well. Like it has little quotations inside of it as you go through it. I really loved this book, and I'm really loving her other book called Rise Sister Rise. That's kind of like the next step towards spirituality. That's a bit more woo-woo and this one's kind of just a little bit more like kind of working out your soul's calling and kind of dipping your feet into spirituality and that sort of thing. So the next book I wanted to share is a book that I know a lot of people love, and I heard so many recommendations to read it, so I finally got it in my hands and read it. And I think this book is quite an older book. It's actually, this is the 25th anniversary edition, and it's called The Alchemist. I absolutely love it so much. It's by Paulo Coelho. And even on the back of it just says, to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation, which I really love that. It's just such a beautiful book. The story is based all around this sheep herding boy who travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of a treasure buried near the pyramids. So along the way he meets like a gypsy woman, he meets all these different types of people, and what starts as a journey to find these worldly goods turns into a discovery, kind of like a self-discovery of the treasure that's found within him. A lot of realizations of like everything you're looking for is already within you. I just skipped to this random page that I've highlighted and it says, listen to your heart, it knows all things because it came from the soul of the world and it will one day return there. And it just has little things like that as the story goes on. And this one was really significant when I read it. It really resonated to the journey I was kind of embarking on at the time, and this one kind of opened my mind a lot, and I will forever be grateful for this book. This is one book that was so fun to read and just so enlightening. So the last book, and one of my all-time favorite books so far, kind of like my Bible, is a book called The 4 Agreements. And this book is by Don Miguel Ruiz. This book, I think, was such an easy read, and it was so straightforward, but it was just stuff that sounded so simple, and it just made so much sense when I read it. And I truly believe that every single person on this planet, if they read this book and put these agreements into action every single day, the world would be such a different and more, I guess, genuine, kind place. And yeah, it's pretty much just a practical guide to personal freedom, and it kind of talks about the self-limiting beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. And it's actually based on Toltec wisdom. So I'm not too familiar on that, but it was really cool to kind of see that it's like all based on ancient discoveries that have been around for a while. And this book seriously was and still is the best book I've ever read. And I think one of my biggest takeaways from this book was the second agreement, that was don't take anything personally. This one stood out to me so much, and kind of just, I wouldn't want to spoil the book for you too much, because I really would love, like, it's really amazing when you actually get to experience this as you're reading it and finding out all the different agreements. So I'll just touch on this one agreement a little bit so you kind of get the gist of what it's all about. Don't take anything personally. Whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Nothing other people do is because of you. It is because of themselves, and all people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one that we ourselves live in. So personally, when we take something personally, we make the assumption that they know what is in our world, and we try to impose it onto their world. So it kind of just touches on, like, we all have different perceptions, we all have different experiences that we have gone through in this lifetime. So everyone has a different outlook on life, everyone has a different perception. It's so true. Like, when I look back to my own personal experiences where maybe I've reacted in a kind of negative way to someone else, and when I look back on that, I realized that it was just a reflection back on me. It was because I was fearful for maybe not stepping into my truth, or I just didn't understand because I had a very different perception, and my mind was kind of wired a bit differently because of the experiences that I've had. So this is honestly my favorite book I've ever read. And even if you're not going to get any of the others, get this one. This one will honestly change, if you have an open mind to it, it will change the way you think, it will change the way you perceive the world. That is all the books that I have to share with you today, and these are just some of the books that I've read throughout my journey so far of self-discovery. And I've currently got a massive list of other books that are on my to read list. So I'm going to be currently working through those, and hopefully do maybe another video of my takeaways from those ones, and my recommendations on the ones that have truly helped me and opened my mind a little bit more. So I'll link, or I'll mention all the books that I put into this video down below in the description, so you kind of don't have to really watch the whole thing again to get an idea of what books that were mentioned in this video. But if you liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. If you really like these type of videos, I'd love to know, and let me know as well if you end up reading any of these books, because I know how much they've helped me. So I'd love to know what takeaways and how they've helped you. So, and if you have any recommendations for me, let me know, because I'm always looking for new book recommendations. I'll put my Instagram below so you can connect with me on there. And I hope you all have a beautiful day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys in the next video when I hopefully try to upload. Bye.